So I'm watching the news today. Wow. Oh. I was watching the news for about 45 minutes. And again, I wasn't sure if I wanted to go get in my truck and drive it directly into a telephone pole, or just start the truck in the garage with the doors down and take some deep breaths, or I just wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I mean, wow. You talk about doom and gloom, baby. Holy mackerel. I kid about the other things. Of course, that I mentioned. These suicidal thoughts. But man, I mean, whew, that news is something else. There's so many things to talk about, I can't even think what I want to talk about first. But I do want to touch on one thing. This cat down there in Florida. It's been pressed all over and pasted all over the news for the last couple days. You know, they think he's bananas. The FBI took a look at him at one time. They gave him his gun back. All these things. He goes in the bathroom at the terminal or whatever. He comes out firing. Oh, boy. And he killed people. And it must have been pretty scary. They show the highlights on Fox. I'm watching Fox. You know, I dig Fox. They're pretty fair and balanced, as they say. And they really are. It was scary to see the people ducking behind things and stuff. The fear that must have been going through people's minds it's amazing. And what's going on daily and every day, day after day, it's just so crazy. So I was watching it like everybody else, I'm sure, horrified, just going like, unbelievable. What is coming of this world? What's becoming of this world? So naturally, I just wanted to state an opinion. What happens now? This moron did what he had to do. Do we already have people feeling sorry for him? Like, he was mentally disturbed. No shit. Yeah, we know that, don't we? Or the FBI took a look at him and left him go. I don't give a crap what the reasons were, honestly. I mean, we got to quit looking at, let's see what he has to say. Let's check his background. Let's see who he talked to. Let's see what his agenda was. Let's not see anything. Okay? He's a moron. He's disturbed. I don't give a crap what reason he's disturbed. He's 26. I don't care where he came from. I don't care who his uncle is. I don't give a crap. Why don't we do things quick and easy in the right way? What are we going to do? We going to write a book about this dude? Are we going to put him in prison for life and have him write a book and get out in 20 or 30 years like that dude got out that shot Reagan in 81 or whatever? That dude's out now. I couldn't believe it. They go, he's out of jail. I was like, wow. Tried to kill a president. I caught that on Fox. I was like horrified. Let's do this. Here's what I say. Here's what Lapo says to do. You know, they said, wow, he's going to have a preliminary court hearing, this dude in Florida. Let's do this. They have the eyewitnesses. They know. They see his picture. He had a gun. He shot. He killed people. He killed people, man, that have families. He killed innocent people that were flying here or flying there in the airport. He did what he did. We know he's guilty. Okay? Forget the life in prison and feed the dude three hots and a cot. You know what I mean? In prison for life. Forget that. For the Floridians, taxpayers. You know? They know what he did. They even got it on film, everything. Boom, bang. You know what I would do is Lapo. You think, oh, that guy's a nut on YouTube. Here's what Lapo does. Okay? Preliminary hearing the next day. They get everything together. The guy had the gun. They got the picture. They know who he is. They identified him. You have eyewitnesses. Everything's the way, you know, that's it. Shut and dry. Shut and dry case. Say that would be Friday. Monday, I'd have his ass in an electric chair. Oh, yeah. Lethal injection. Electric chair. Hell, I don't care if they brought hanging back, for Christ's sake. And I'd probably do it on national television, too. And say, this is what happens to morons that just go into airports and shoot people. I don't care if he was mentally disturbed or not. This stuff has to stop. And it has to have consequences. I just want to say that because I watch the news and I was so aggravated. You might think that's nuts. Like, oh my goodness, that man on YouTube is crazy. Am I? Am I? Let me tell you who's crazy. The people who want to know what makes this idiot tick. The people who want to elongate this or feed him and clothe him and kiss his ass in prison for the next 40 years. Those are the people that are crazy. Now, you might get a different opinion that seems to maybe tend a little towards what Lapo here has to say. Of the 5 or 6 families and the numerous families that were injured, and the 5 or 6 families that had family members of them killed by this moron. So that's just my opinion, and that's what I think they should do. And, eventually it's going to come to that in the United States. We're going to not be putting these morons driving over people in trucks and shooting people down. We're going to get smart and put on TV these guys getting lethally injected or just hung the next day when the evidence is, can't be disputed and stuff. And that'll be called circumstances that warrant that. And then people will finally understand around the world that there are consequences to be paid, even in the United States. It's not barbaric. The punishment then will fit the crime. But send it to people in a message, in a way it can open some people's eyes up. Now, you might think that's all crazy. And again, like I always say, I don't care. Because I think it'd be something that a lot of people would feel, normal people, like myself, and I'm an educated man, would think would probably be the right thing to do, as crazy as it would sound. So that's what I think. Other than that, if you don't buy into that, watch the news. Just watch the news every day and see where that's going, and see what happens to these people, that there's not a lot of consequences, and with everyone that's more concerned about what makes these people tick. I don't particularly care. All I care about is making them stop ticking. You dig what I'm saying? I'll catch you on the next ride. Oh boy. People are so whimsical.